doing the podcast. We're pretty not sure what we're talking about, but we're doing it. I said the podcast. It's pretty not sure, but we're doing it. We're doing it. I said the podcast. It's pretty not sure, but we're doing it. We're doing it. I said we're back. We're back. We're back. We're back.
Yeah.
Hey.
I like that.
Hey.
Hi.
It's been a while. You ain't in your normal seat today.
Nah, man, 'cause we got a guest.
We have a guest.
I was like, I'm cool with the couch. You know, I'm a couch body anyway.
So welcome to the PrettyNotSure podcast, where we give you our unsolicited opinions stemming from our personal experiences and our minimum research.
Pretty much, we're going to go where we shouldn't go.
If you like what you hear and you like what you see, we'd love it if you share, comment. If you like the content that we create, if you don't like it, we'd love for you to even share it to somebody who may like it. Share it with your friends.
Welcome to the PrettyNotSure podcast. My name is LT Terror. We are here with...
No. If you like what you hear, and if you don't like what you hear, I'd like for you to share it. So maybe they might like it. And then comment in the comment section and tell us how we, put a wedge between your relationship. My name is Solo, and I'm here with...
SpazzRizzo.
And the one and only, the most humble, the talented...
This mother.
The fascinating LT Terror. This is ridiculous.
This is.
Hey, man, it's been a long time. I mean, I was in the last episode, just kind of like not on the last episode. There was a lot of gay shit on that last episode. It's a room full of gays. You should have been in. I ain't never heard unsolicited gay talk like
It's going to be a lot more of that.
Yeah, we're going to keep that thing going because this really finna just push towards Solo's brand. It's going to be him leading this charge for PrettyNotSure. I'm always be involved, but you may not see my face all the time. I am doing something with Live from the Trap, though, so you will see me there. That's another podcast we started. We started episode 1 yesterday. It'll be uploaded by Monday. And when you want yours up? I need a deadline.
Well, what I want to disclose out off camera, but I'm gonna just, this is real raw and true, unfiltered. So basically, I want to start getting some NDAs together. So every time we have guests or anybody on the show, they need to sign these NDAs because I don't want to have a conversation with anybody who's my guest telling me that they don't like what's been produced or they don't like the likeness of how they've been portrayed.
Okay, cool.
And want me to shelf my episode.
That's happening? Oh, wow, that's happening? I can see it in your face that's happening. We're going to post that bitch anyway. What they going to do?
Disclaimer, because I'm a little package, pretty little package. I like to talk shit about anything. I'm here because I want to be on camera.
We finna talk some shit.
So, I ain't worried about that. I'll sign an NDA.
Anything, huh?
As a business owner myself, I understand. Completely.
Yeah, but we'll start doing that. I didn't know you ran into those problems already. Because we don't have a lot of guests on here, so, that's never something I really thought we would do.
That's lame.
It is lame, you know what I'm saying?
Why even come on here? That's the purpose of a podcast. You never know what's going to come out the pod.
Once you get the pod, ain't no stopping.
The difference between a podcast and a cable or special production led by producers and stuff like that that's going to go on syndicated television or something like that is the fact that this is unhinged, the fact that it's unfiltered and anything goes. So when you get on that podcast, that's why people listen, because they're listening to people that they either don't know or do know, but they like to hear the raw realness of what's coming out of them instead of thinking about, publisher said I can't say this. My PR said I can't do that.
Don't come here. This ain't the place.
Let's run it.
Yeah, don't come. This ain't the place.
There are professional podcasts out there that gets a lot of revenue and a lot of streams and a lot of, listeners and stuff like that. But it still does not hold them accountable for being unfiltered. They can be as unfiltered as they want to. They can be as clean as they want to. Man, the difference between podcasts and television is we don't have to sit by those guidelines. Yeah, we don't play by the same rules as radio.
Did you hear Joe Rogan on Andrew Schultz? A whole different Rogan. Different Rogan. He's not held back on his podcast. But
right. And he's gotten a lot of heat for his podcast.
But on Andrew Schultz's podcast, they did it all.
He's gotten a lot of heat.
They got on the nigga shit, all that.
Yeah. He's got he can go on another podcast and talk about all the shit that he's been going through. To his defense, he's right about a lot of things that he's trying to disclose. People may see this person a certain way. They may get the internet is nasty. People are nasty. They may get, a lot of slander that can ruin somebody's lives and makes them want to, bully them and make them want to delete their social media. All these things can happen, but this is the risk we take. It doesn't matter if we're on a podcast or if we're on a television show or if we're on the radio. It doesn't matter what platform in the entertainment sector that we're on. It doesn't matter how clean cut or prepped you are. Somebody's not going to like you.
It just is what it is.
Somebody's going to say something negative. And I didn't paint the picture. You painted your own picture by giving your own opinion. And if you were comfortable at that time by giving your own opinion and people come after you, it doesn't mean that I put you out in that light. I didn't put you in that light. You did that.
I didn't force you to say that.
I love you the same. I'll defend you the same. We'll even have you back so you can go ahead and, do what you got to do in order to explain yourself about how people keep coming at you. But this is the name of the game. You never know what's going to trigger anyone. At the same time, what may trigger someone else may relate. Someone else may connect. Someone else may feel themselves within you. But I understand what the point was, and I understand his concerns. So, because I did not have them sign any NDAs, what I'm going to do is edit that video and have them all take a look at it and get a green light. If they get a green light, then I think I'll just shelve it for a while until everybody can really sit and marinate on it.
Okay.
But
didn't know that was happening. Well, on this episode, it won't be none of that bullshit. Whatever the fuck I say, and I meant that shit. I don't even care if I don't remember what I said. Fuck you. Period. The fuck?
Hey, you know how people be like, I didn't say that, and this might be like, you dropped.
I would still be like, what? When I said that, I ain't say that.
Who said that?
I was drunk, nigga. That wasn't me. You can't hold me accountable for drunk me. So let's get this part out the way, because this is the corny part. I don't like interviewing people. Like when if we have guests, I wanted to kind of just be us having a conversation. But we will get the introduction out the way. Go ahead and tell us what you do, and give me some insight into how you got started doing it. For those who don't know, she is an artist.
And she's sensitive about her shit.
That too. Well, I am a rapper / singer. And I also try to keep my hands in a bit of everything else
This nigga
too.
do everything.
Well.
Motherfucker sell cars. This nigga sell healing creams. This motherfucker do everything.
I'm a business.
Do you sell healing cream for the cars?
No.
I don't know if
See, that's a business ain't nobody in.
That's not how that works.
That's a sector that you could really just
But not like you
Imagine
said.
my engine blowing. I rub some cream.
put some cream on it. You want to? Do you want a mechanic or do you want a holistic
I don't know
healing?
how to spell that word, but I like
Holistic healing, yeah.
Holistic healing, auto holistic healing. Come and get your car healed.
that commercial. Be fire. That commercial be raw. I rub your shit to a Benz. Look what I did to your Toyota.
Come back and
For
see.
real.
But yeah, like how you got started?
But now, like you said, I do a bit of everything. What really popped me off, I was always like a creative person, so I always wrote stuff like that. I was writing poetry, and it went from me writing poetry to me writing music. From me writing music to me, hey, let me go into the studio and drop something. One of my aunts used to rap, so she kind of encouraged me to kind of get out there and do my music. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me go to the studio. What can I lose?
Yeah, it was one point where, like, I knew you did music way before I saw you putting anything out, and we used to have discussions on, how you going.
Yeah.
We did plenty of songs. I used to be like, how you going? How would you take your path? I was pushing you to stick to singing, but I'm ignorant. I just know what I like. The people gonna pick up on whatever the fuck they like.
Yeah. And
then one year, had to be last year, I just saw this nigga going. I'm like, this nigga doing shows. I've seen photo shoots. I've seen mixtapes drop. She's got singles out. I'm like, nigga, what changed? Like, you didn't know what to do at one point.
Are we trying to be on my hustle, man?
They got shows where you live at? She lives in a small town. I'm not gonna tell you where she.
That's That's fucked up.
It's not a city. She lives in the.
Augusta's actually huge.
She lives in a small. Okay, so
Yeah, because
I don't even think of horses and carriages. I think of golf.
Yeah, I was gonna say Augusta is actually huge. That's where the Masters is held.
Honestly, we don't even see that golf course until the Masters.
That's where the Masters is held. That just tells you ain't nothing but a bunch of old white people with a lot of grass.
What it tells you is that
it's a lot of grass,
lot of money there, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time,
so what you doing? Shows at the golf course on the green?
The
rapping at the stable.
I performed at Sultry Sounds. Shout out to them. Okay. I performed at Some Young Ho.
Bring Augusta into the map, okay?
I done performed at a few events. One of the events was like a competition. So
I know P Nice was running a nice little segment there. He called himself Ugly Money Nietzsche now, but I know
Ugly
that's how I got
Money
involved
Nietzsche.
into the hip hop scene in Augusta. Just hearing.
How do you guys come up with these rap
P-Nice.
names?
Who?
I don't know, man. Like my nickname was already Rizzo, so like people was already calling me that. So I just kind of kept it. And shit, at the time I started doing music, you know, I had a lot of stuff going on. I was mixing in with a lot of stuff. Like, you know, I hustle. I
sell pieces.
I'll say everything but the coochie.
From the rooter to the tutor.
From the rooter to the tutor.
I always just had that little hustle mentality, like a job, a paycheck. It's never been enough for me. So I knew it was destined for me to be an entrepreneur.
So do you feel like most of your performances are within your city limits, or do you perform? I'm pretty sure you perform outside of your city, but where the most of your bookings come from?
As of right now, I'm trying to land a lot of bookings up north. I have a podcast that reached out to me in Cleveland. So I'm going to go out there, try to book a couple shows out there. My manager is working on a few things. That's where, when he was talking about the RICO cases, I was supposed to perform at that show. I think it was like a big festival or something like that, that Gunna and Young Thug was doing. My manager was trying to get me on that for June 21st.
But then she got arrested.
No. But nah, that happened. Like I remember that shit. Like,
well,
let's talk about it.
How do you? I know you're not in hip
well versed.
You're not well versed in a lot of this hip hop news, but recently it's been some unprecedented events. You hear me? I've watched a record label go to jail. YSL is a record label, but the police and the officials in Georgia and Atlanta have deemed them as criminals and an organization for crime, and they done locked up Young Thug. I mean, you don't know, but Young Thug is huge.
I know Young Thug.
Young Thug is huge. Well, I mean, I only say that because you don't listen to a lot of like hardcore rap, and he's right in all of it. Like he done birthed so many niggas in the past 10 years, bro. It's ridiculous. So for him to get locked up, and then for them to say, you know, it's based on we're going to use a lot of the lyrics to kind of correlate.
But we've already fought that fight.
I thought
me
we did.
Personally, how I feel about this shit, and I'm going to just keep it 100. You ain't catch them on the streets, on your own accord doing this shit. Leave these niggas alone. But why is y'all constantly going by statements and all this shit? You done rounded up, 20-something?
28.
28 motherfuckers.
28.
Off of some he say, she say. And they still sitting, so we know y'all ain't got shit on them, because if you did, you'd be proceeding with a court date.
I don't know, because at the end of the day, you put 28 eggs in a basket, one of them going to crack.
Especially if you're skipping.
Whoever is telling is not telling enough. Because they don't lock up every member, not even knowing who's actually involved.
It's hard to say that because they won't give them bond. I done had situations where my bond was denied. When they do that to you, it's because they got clear-cut evidence. You hear me? They got shit on you where it's like, why would I let him out? We finna win. Trust me.
Or they probably don't really have anything that's solid. They have that witness testimony.
Then that's what the judge is there for, to balance the state and the actual defendant.
Prosecutor and defendant.
Yeah, the judge is here to balance that out. Hey, y'all don't have enough to keep him. Unless you show me something, I'm letting him go. The judge is saying,
They know if
you get what I'm saying? Like,
the men out, motherfuckers are gonna die.
Why would they care about that?
I don't say that.
Yeah, because I don't think that's true. Because
I don't think that's
they
true.
may know people might die, but that's not something they care about.
I really feel like if they let them out, they're going to get back into the public eye and they're going to change public perception because they got a lot of money. They can pay a lot of lawyers and they can do a lot of footage and go,
that part.
hey, this is me.
Do that now
they can't. No, they can't.
They can't change public perception from inside the cell, honestly.
You, when you go to court in
because they don't get the chance to tweet, go live. They don't get a chance to write a song.
Different. When you see a man holding his baby at an event where he giving away stuff, he look completely different when he in a cell on the camera saying, hey, I'm innocent.
He's a saint. He gave me a turkey for Christmas.
Trust me, that shit matters. These things matter.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they're keeping them, because they know they got so much influence that public opinion will absolutely sway.
And by the way, I'm just kidding. I don't need the FBI coming at my door. I don't think Young Thug is going to kill anybody.
I don't think he's going to do it. Honestly, I don't believe that Young Thug should be in jail for crimes that y'all saying. All right, so one of the biggest ones is a man got murdered, and the car that was used was a car that Young Thug rented, and his cousin or somebody was driving. I'm like, do you know how many times I've rented cars for my family and my homeboys? You can't hold me accountable for what the fuck they do in the car. Like, that's stupid as shit.
I wasn't even there.
I don't condone that. Like, I didn't do it with them.
It makes no sense to be in cahoots with somebody who says, can you rent a car under your name so I can commit a crime?
They caught the person who did it, right? He's already been locked up. I forgot his rap name, but he on the label, right? He already did time, and he's still going through trial for it. He admitted to having the car without permission from Young Thug. So it's like, bro, you are holding me accountable for something that I had no control over.
Thug. Like, you got all this money and you rented a car for this motherfucker.
We are in some fucked up
It's not
times,
unheard
man.
of, though.
And
it's
even
not.
though they know he wasn't there, that's how they're looking at it. Like, why did you rent the car to them?
And then it's like, for them to be under investigation since 2013 or 2014, right? So all these crimes are being committed. Let's just break it down.
I graduated high school in 2012.
Bruh, all these crimes getting committed, right? And y'all just allowing it to happen until 2022. What does that say about you government? Like,
get slaughtered.
Exactly. Like, what? So you telling me now we're gonna let these niggas die and sell drugs because we building the case?
All right, that's enough killing.
I thought y'all were here to
That's why I say they're not gonna let them. That's why I said they're not. They don't care if people get killed. They don't care if they kill each other.
Never gave a fuck about that.
Yeah.
They care about public opinion because they understand that these niggas are wealthy. This ain't this like regular rich niggas. This is $100 million niggas. Like, Young Thug owns a label with artists and he gets paid off. He's been getting paid for it.
They can get niggas off the streets.
Yes, like he can literally change neighborhoods.
Can't have that.
Not in the Atlanta that they trying to build. We can't have these type of niggas infiltrating.
Yeah.
They slowing our gentrification down.
And it's and the craziest shit I heard this week. Oh man, I don't like the rhetoric. I don't like where it's going because I love T.I. and I hate the way people are putting this nigga name and shit. But apparently some news report came out. We don't even know if the news report real. First off,
fake news.
But it's been on the shade room.
You on that side now?
And they saying, oh, there's a known Atlanta rapper who is assisting the police with giving information on these artists.
Everybody said T.I. It's T.I.
Everybody. I'm talking about Twitter.
What if it's Gucci Mane?
Twitter went in droves to start talking about, oh, it's Tip, and they're telling, like, why Tip?
Man, I ain't got time for that. I'm over here doing these comedy shows.
Tippity out here doing comedy.
Got time for that.
Why y'all getting on Tip, bro?
I mean, just think about it.
Nah, ain't no thinking about shit.
Him and Tiny get exposed with all that stuff.
And they ain't getting no charges put against them.
Exactly.
Okay,
that's what she said.
What?
Exactly.
No charges put against him.
Who you know is keeping you clean?
That's a good thing that you got no charges.
What kind of dirty? What kind of dirty lawyer you got
So
keeping
let's
you
say
clean?
somebody put some charges against you, and the bitches get dropped for you and have to go to
They
court.
got some black
You feel
Rudies.
like
That has happened to me.
okay, so I should be like, well, what did she do to get those charges dropped? She guilty as hell because them charges got dropped. No, that's not how the justice system works. The charges got dropped. Hey guys, I'm innocent.
That's not true. The justice systems do work that way, all the way down from being in the penitentiary up. If you know a good PO, you know you get some good commissary. You know all the way up. It works that way. You know who you know. You hire who you hire, and you get by.
I'm not putting that on
what
Tip.
You can get by.
I'm not putting that on Tip. I'm not
just saying.
Calling Tip no shit. And what does Tip benefit by telling on niggas.
Maybe it's Lucci.
I'm not saying it's him. I'm just playing devil. I'm not saying it's him. I'm just playing devil's
Maybe
advocate.
it's Maybelline. I don't know, nigga, but I don't think it's Tip.
I mean, what other artists can change careers and just headline and be
Tip ain't changing
doing
careers.
stuff? I'm just saying. If he could do what he did in the comedy sector, and other people had to really start from the back door, and he just walked in the front door,
he a superstar.
and people because he's a superstar.
I mean,
That's their
Get
point.
mad at his privilege?
No, but that's the point. That's the P word, privilege. It's his privilege he got off. It's his privilege him and his wife got off. It's his privilege. We
But
will
what does
never
that
know.
have to do with him
I'm
snitching on
speaking.
niggas?
I'm speaking. That's part of the deal. Your privileges, we get you off on this, and this. When we need you, I need you to be there and do what I need you to do.
Y'all all just harping on and adding
No,
to
I'm
this
playing
stupid-ass
devil's
rhetoric.
advocate. I'm
T.I.
playing devil's
is not
advocate.
snitching on nobody.
You can't
I
say
don't
he's
got no
not
facts,
and just
but I just don't believe.
Yeah, you got
T.I.
to back it
snitching
up.
on
I'm just saying. I'm playing devil's advocate because I can see why it's leaning that way. But if they bring up another artist and give us some more facts about that artist that can lean their way, then it'd be like, okay,
Look,
we got a little race to a snitch fist
on nobody
fest.
because I don't want to put that on niggas. But if I was to just throw it on somebody, it's a
Here he
nigga
going.
in jail right now fighting against the same charges Young Thug fighting against, and is absolutely beefing with Young Thug. Done got stabbed up and all. Been
What if the
trying to
informant
come
is
home.
already incarcerated and he's just working on a deal to get out?
That's what I'm saying. It's like it could be a rapper that's literally inside telling. It ain't gotta be Tip. Tip is at his mansion. Why y'all think this nigga at the crib like, oh, we gotta get the little baby them off the street? Why? It's fine when he at.
Numbers.
Ain't no crime when he at. He don't make music.
Man, T.I. at the strip club.
Oh my mama, like
Eating chicken
T.I. is-
wings. Eating
that
chicken
nigga-
wings.
listen, T.I. is a different kind of rich. He ain't Young Thug rich. He rich. He white people rich. That nigga ain't giving a shit.
He in Augusta on the
about
golf
niggas.
courses.
Yes.
You know,
Yes. This real shit.
Lil Wayne too.
Yes, bro. These
He come down
niggas.
there every few years.
These niggas is different kind of rich, bro. They not worried about what's going on in the streets. They in a nice ass neighborhood.
But
Ain't
nah,
not a
like
damn
you-
bit of crime.
Like you said, I think it's somebody that's locked up.
Gotta
It's
be, bro.
Somebody locked up. Somebody that has something to lose. Somebody that's in a bind.
It gotta
I'm
be.
in a bind, Nate.
Can you ever imagine yourself in a situation where you would actually snitch?
I've been in a situation where I could have snitched and I didn't.
I've been in plenty of situations where I could have snitched and I didn't.
And I feel like it depends.
Only
on
time I've ever snitched is when we were kids and I wanted your ass to get in trouble.
Man, listen to me.
That was petty because we were kids. As an adult, I've been in plenty of snitch situations.
You done told on somebody
snitched.
as a kid.
Yeah.
Snitching is when you are involved in a crime.
Right.
You get caught for said crime, and you
don't wanna
involve
do this
other
time.
people who may have not gotten caught in this crime.
Like, for example,
That's snitching.
they asking you what were you doing at the scene of the crime, and you start talking about how you and Jerry were on the way to the store. They gave you a ride to the store. Now you don't.
Where's Jerry?
Now
Not
you don't
Jerry
see
in this
Jerry
motherfucker.
Now you gotta explain.
Jerry
why
said, man, I ain't see that
Jerry is
nigga all
involved
day.
in
I ain't seen him all. I was chilling with my girl.
Well, he said
Snitching,
you dropped him off
I can
at
give you an
such and
example of
such. Now you
snitching.
saying this. It's
I'll give you a clean cut example of snitching. Let's say you got some shit that belongs to somebody else, and you won't answer the phone, and you won't give it to them, and they want their shit back, and they come to your house and they get their shit back, and you call the police on them for taking their stuff.
You snitching on yourself too. Dry snitching on yourself.
That's snitching. That's the type of snitching shit that a nigga don't fuck with.
I don't have no comment. I
Bitch
just
ass shit.
want to hear the music y'all got going because I love the music.
I'm talking about the music. Nah, he put that trash at. No, we not gonna get on that. Fuck that.
See, I ain't saying nothing about him.
Anyway.
I would say y'all.
I'm just saying.
You
I'm about
all.
to start
Use
working on
guys.
one tape.
Well, I thought we was gonna do some music today, but this nigga trying to hit it, so it ain't gonna happen. Go ahead, your fourth take.
I'm trying to work on my fourth tape. So
Talking to the
You got a
mic.
theme for it?
um,
Right, what's the
the
ideas
theme
behind
I have not decided. I'm still picking out beats and stuff. I'm trying to decide what direction I want to go in. I want it to be like something different from the other three.
it? My question is, why are you so stuck on rapping, knowing you could sing?
Cause I don't like myself singing on a track. Like it's the process. I sound good afterwards. Like, I can sing, but it's the process. I'm tone deaf.
For someone who, I don't know who your target audience is, but for someone who don't listen to rap, I would much rather listen to someone who has their own vocals in the background and stuff, because I'm not someone who listens to rap. I will listen to Doja Cat because I know. Shut up, nigga. I will listen to Doja Cat because I know she's singing in her background and she's giving me melody. She's not just throwing a bunch of words at me that I have to listen to over and over again just to get what she's saying. I might like this song, but then I might not like what you're saying, and I won't understand what you're saying until 50 plays later, and then be like, "Damn, I don't rock with what you're saying. I just figured out what you was talking about, but that melody in the background got me."
I like singing.
You get what I'm saying?
I got a couple songs with me singing.
That's why I say I don't know what your target audience is, but that's a way to.
Street niggas and street bitches.
No, not at all.
She said no.
I'm going to tell you why my target audience is not just street niggas and street bitches. I'm somebody that has been on both sides in life. When it has come to certain situations, I want my music to be to anybody that it resonates with.
So what I gave you was a gem, right?
Yeah, like what you're saying, the target audience, that's what I couldn't put my finger on. So it's like, okay, I can make all this singing music, but I don't even know how I want to sound singing. Everybody has their style to them when they start singing.
You know how you get your style
singing? Am I going to be one of these crybaby ass bitches that make love songs? Oh, you break my heart, you're cheating. Or am I
don't think no female wants to be that these days.
When I sing on the trap, like, oh, funny nigga.
That's who you is in real life?
Like, how do I want to sound? I be skeptical about how I want to sound rapping.
Wait, so the fact is, you both in real life. When you're in a relationship, you could be gung-ho about your man. And outside, you could be fuck these niggas. So you could do both.
So it's basically
both. I would been
you're trying to figure out how to marry the two.
The balance, cause I've been.
You know how you do that?
Girl, fuck that nigga, set his house on fire,
you know
and then tell you to cook your man breakfast at 3 a.m.
You know how you find that balance?
You cook him breakfast in the morning, and then you burn the house down after you done look through his phone.
You know how you find that balance? By doing it and practicing and doing it and practicing
and doing it 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 and practicing.
It's the chorus and all that stuff, the melody and stuff. Like, I just have to be able to learn how to
see. People don't be understanding when they got gyms and they got people in their corner. Like, I'm amazing.
I'm willing to work on that.
I'm amazing, and I'm talking about, nigga, to have a me. I wish I had a me. Hey man, I need some hooks. I wish I had a me.
Terra.
It's all good. It's cool. Hey man, look.
Listen.
I fuck with the rap shit.
You're in Atlanta.
I fuck with the.
You're not in Augusta where you're close.
Phones work.
So I would have to come down here to work. I do want to put out more songs with me singing, and that's something that.
What was he doing when he was in Augusta?
What?
Trying to work on her craft, but
he was here every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's another thing.
I ain't
always in Atlanta, so
I ain't, because nigga, this is why I made a lot of my music. This is why I was building something,
and that's understandable.
So it don't matter where, who, or something is at. I'm gonna get there.
But I be wanting to record. Once I get into the mode of writing music and listening to a beat, I want to record right then. So I
feel you be wanting to, but sometimes you don't have that luxury.
Exactly.
I cheated and I got that luxury because I taught myself how to do it. Exactly. So I could be in a car, nigga. I figure out how to get this shit going. I want
to master as well. I want to learn how to make my own beats and stuff like that.
Like I said, man, listen, the nigga could sing. You hear me? But the rap is cool. I like that you developing, you growing, you learning your voice. And
I want to hear you sing. The moment I wake up.
I wouldn't put nobody on the spot. She got songs that we could play. You can hear that nigga go.
Before I put on my thong now.
He sings too.
That's that song that played on Wayne Brady's show.
I don't know. They play it everywhere.
That was a Chappelle show.
No, Wayne Brady had his own show though.
I never watched that. I never watched that white nigga show.
Yeah, the only show I watched with him on was Whose Line Is It Anyway? Because that thing was fire.
White nigga show by himself. I don't want to see you by yourself. You don't even think the same. And he was on Breakfast Club talking about how he really was upset that people looked at him as a white nigga. Like, real shit.
That's what
he really is.
I thought you knew this.
And
I thought he was okay with it.
Yeah, me
people
too.
Misconstrue, like when people say like, "Oh, white nigga," or whatever. We're not trying to say it to sound racist or to make you feel like you're not accepted. It is to let you
Just
know
one of
that,
them.
hey, we know you can blend in a different space.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's
You
a lie.
mastered it.
We are sounding racist.
I ain't gonna lie,
That's a lie.
I'm talking
That's
shit
a
about
lie.
you.
You may
When
not
I-
want to. You may not mean it in a
When I
racist
call
way,
you
but
a white
most
nigga,
people
I'm
mean it
telling
in a
you.
racist. That what they're saying is you are the last to be invited to the cookout.
Oh my mama. You came
Y'all
to the party.
y'all gonna call Wayne? Nah, he all right. Because if we call him, he gonna bring that white wife.
It's certain.
That's what they saying.
It's certain, and this is gonna sound so weird. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it anyway. It's certain events, like in high school, right? Niggas used to bring women around, and we knew, like, hey man, in a second, we gonna fuck these bitches. It's certain niggas we gotta get out of here.
yes.
He one of them niggas we gotta get
My
out
homeboy
of
was
here. You understand
talking to
me?
about that shit.
I'm just saying, it's just
No,
real
it's
shit.
Crazy. He was talking about that shit. He was talking about how, like, you know how you have that friend, like that girl, she bring a friend with her to get thrashed, and you got one of your friends there, and her friend just sitting on the couch waiting on her to finish getting fucked. I was that friend. I was always that friend.
You was the one that we would get out of there. Like, hey, you sure you don't want to ride with my dog? You don't want to ride with me?
I used to let her do
It's
her,
no, it's not
like,
the fact. It's the fact that you're
She was
not
the
joining.
Wayne Brady with a green
you
card.
need to go.
I was always that.
You
that
gotta
go-to
get
friend.
outta
Like, if
here.
that's what you want to do it, but do it.
And then there
safe.
was a nigga in there that was just awkward and made the bitches uncomfortable. He gotta go. I don't know how we gonna do it. Hey, trick that nigga and say you finna go to the store and
And
leave.
even if you don't hit, at least it'll give you the comfort zone for Shorty to feel comfortable enough to talk to you and give you a little play or some shit. You get a little conversation.
Wayne Brady, one of them niggas we got out of the room immediately.
But you got some.
Hey, bro, we finna all clear, man. You
all
wanna
right,
slide?
bitches, y'all here, give me the pussy. It's like something like
he
that.
the kind of guy who don't eat potato salad.
Or he would enjoy potato salad no matter who made it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
He one
love
of
the
them.
ones with the
It's
raisins
delicious.
in it.
Them raisins you put
I
in there.
love the raisins.
Oh, I
This
like
is good.
that.
Are these
We'll be like,
crepes?
nigga, who bought
Are these
that?
crepes?
First of all,
My wife does it like this.
Have y'all ever had someone give y'all potato salad with raisins in it?
You think I'm not in prison, am I?
No, but honestly, like,
Am I in prison?
That
pop
bowl
up
gets
at work.
accidentally dropped every
Let me
time.
tell you something. I am
Oops.
free and not incarcerated, which means no one handed me potato salad with raisins. I'm gonna shoot the
We
boat.
don't even look. We don't even know who bought.
I'm gonna push you down.
Oops.
I'm gonna push somebody, grandma, on the ground. Oh, and
Somebody
I'ma shoot
wasted the
bowl.
potato salad.
Pow.
I
Oh
used
no!
to be one
And
of
nobody
those
didn't even get to taste it.
I used to be one of
Who
those
brought that?
employees.
Brenda.
So you done ate some potato salad with some
No,
raisins in it? You
no.
enjoyed that
Listen,
shit, didn't
what
you?
I mean by
She was over there.
No, what I
That's why she be sitting in
Y'all
the-
killed these
That's
crepes.
why, that's why she be sitting in the living room
I'll be
waiting for
at
her
work
friend to finish
and-
getting smashed.
Yeah, like, girl, hurry up.
She tried that potato
Girl, they got
salad
some
with the
potato salad in here with
raisins.
some raisins in it. Y'all go ahead and have fun. I'm gonna be right here. This is delicious.
These baby hot dogs, I don't know where they get these
I
from.
don't know. They put little sausages in it. Oh,
But I used to be like, I was one of them coworkers. I didn't like eating after everybody because everybody.
Oh, no, we ain't never
You
do
know what
that.
I'm saying? So it's like,
used to
I'll
have-
go get food and come back to work while y'all eating that potluck food.
that's how I
was
met
one
her.
of them
We used to work at the same place, bro. They used to have potlucks at this job, and I'm telling you, it'll be.
Casing.
It just sounds
It'd
so
be niggas
unattractive.
listen, it'd be niggas in line. It's two lines. It's a line of people getting food, and it's a line of niggas watching people get food.
Exactly.
Because we not eating that shit. We all in cahoots. Like,
Unless
I
I
don't know
knew
who the
somebody
fuck-
personally who brought the shit.
You bought the
and
rice?
knew-
I eat some of that, but
Then
I
I
ain't
eat
eating
it.
none of that. Mm-mm. Too many white.
And
folk.
I've had jobs where like I would literally be at work and I'll see like pet dander or something like on them. And it's like I have cats and dogs and all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Yeah.
But
You know what's even worse?
I don't want
Okay,
that
because I don't. Yeah, because it ain't my pet.
yes! Like it's different
And,
if I'm
and I
eating
got
it,
a I got a lint brush. So if I could use a lint brush, why can't you? One, two. Have you ever sat at a desk that you share with somebody at an occupation, and when you come on after they shift is over, they don't wipe shit down, and you see dandruff on it.
like specks of them being there.
They hold
traces of you.
like they just took their head and was.
Yes.
That is so.
Yes.
I became a manager, so I ain't had to do all this. I had my own desk because people nasty.
But now when I met him, like that's when I was like
Met him at the potluck.
nah. And you know what?
She
It
eating
was
that
so
nasty
crazy.
ass potato
The
salad.
first time I met Ty, he was an asshole to me.
I'm still an asshole.
And I'm an asshole too. So
yeah, so you need to recant what you said earlier. He's just a gentleman.
When he started, because he's always nice to me, even though he's an asshole, he's still nice. Like when he did whatever he did, he said whatever he said. I said something back to him, and he ain't say shit to me. He just looked at me. Then next thing you know,
I'ma get her fired.
Cigarettes on the smoking patio.
I'ma get it be fired.
I wouldn't. I fired a lot of people.
But he definitely wants to fire bitches.
I fired a lot of motherfuckers. Hey, don't play at me, dog. Like, but understand if you did your job, you come in this bitch with a gun, nigga. I don't give a fuck. What you? I got my pistol on me too.
The fuck I wanted to do in there.
But at the end of the day, I'm not a dick. So I am an asshole, but only because that's what people consider a person who does not.
That's the impression I give. People think
because I'm not an asshole.
No, don't take it back. It is really what it is. How people perceive you. People perceive me as an asshole. I get every one of my coworkers have said the same thing. When I first met you, I thought you were an asshole. Why? Because I wasn't.
Because I didn't want to talk to you when you was ready to talk to me.
I'm doing my job.
That's just human. How about that's just human nature? If I was outside in the street and the person was like, "Hey, yo, I just saved $10 when I went to this website." Hey, bro,
who are you?
And I keep it pushing. Yeah. That don't mean I'm an asshole. But because you see me every day. No, but because you see me every day in this building and you know my name and I know your name.
I'm supposed to be like, oh my God, hi, how are you? It's nice to meet you. What's your name? How many kids do you have? What's your social security number?
I don't know you. And I'm trying to smoke my cigarette.
Do you have kids?
I didn't come here for you. I didn't come here for you.
Baby, this is a Newport short. By the time I'm done talking to you, my cigarette gonna be gone.
I have 7 minutes. That's how long it took me to smoke a Newport 100.
For real.
7 minutes. I got a 15-minute break.
I am not trying to take in no air.
It's going to be taking you walking back home.
Thank you. It took me 2 minutes to get here, and it's going to take me 2 minutes to get back.
You trying to find a friend.
Every time you slow a puff down, I'm upset. You understand? And I have to do this again. I don't care.
How long have you been here?
Oh, I hate them motherfuckers who I be sitting outside and niggas will walk up and I'll be on the phone or some shit. And I'll be looking at my Instagram and a video will play. Oh, what did he say?
Oh my God.
Bitch, this my phone. Who the fuck are you?
My space, listening to my sound.
I will put this phone in your throat, nigga. Stop playing with me. This is mine.
And call my mama from your tummy.
I'm trying to listen.
That's one that what call centers remind me of, and I hate to say it like this. It reminds me of jail.
It's high school.
Jail. It reminds me of jail. It's like a big daycare.
Jail is, I'll say high school only because people choose to come here.
Yeah.
High school is one of those places where you don't really gotta go there. You choose to come here. You choose to hang out in the social circles that you hang out in. Yep. And there could be a social circle that pick on you every day. You choose to come back every day.
Every day when I was in jail, I used to look around at them bitches in there, and I used to be thinking, if I wasn't locked up, I wouldn't be around none of y'all.
But see, in jail, even still, like in jail,
I be like that at work.
Even still in jail, it's like, nigga, it's people around me
like that
I won't talk to. Like it's people, it's a nigga in my bunk that I don't fuck with. We won't speak. Like we will never just kick the bobo.
But here's the thing. That's why people think that's why people think that I'm an asshole when they first meet me. Because when it comes to like I work with you, if I'm doing a bare minimum, I don't have to explain to you why I'm not talking to you. But if you keep talking to me, I will explain. We work together. So what's necessary is necessary. Doesn't mean I don't like you. It just means I'm not trying to be friends outside of here. And I don't want your Facebook. I don't want your Instagram.
I hit a bitch with the same shit every time. I don't know what I'm going to do with that useless information you just gave me, but thank you for sharing. And I keep it pushing.
Because it's like if I'm being mean to you, you can't get mad at me for being mean to you because you brought this on yourself.
But I'm not being mean to you. I'm just expressing what I feel. What I'm doing is setting a boundary. Mm-hmm. And setting boundaries don't feel good to other people when the boundaries being set.
Especially if they're not used to setting boundaries.
Exactly. So when you go, hey Todd, I want to tell you about this, and I go, I don't want to hear it. And then I walk off. You like that. Like I don't give you nothing. I just walk off. That seems mean. I get it. I just set a boundary with you. You're gonna remember that next time you run up on me. Next time you see me, you're gonna think, Todd, you want to talk?
That's like Wilt Chamberlain, the real tall motherfucker, the basketball player. I was watching something on TikTok, and the guy said he ran into him in the elevator, and he was like, how's the weather up there? And
that's stupid.
The motherfucker spit on him and said, it's raining, motherfucker. It's like you brought that shit on yourself.
I'm going to tell it to all my tall friends. I'm going to tell it to all my tall friends.
You should not have
that's
said
amazing.
that stupid ass
I like
joke.
that.
That's the first time you've heard that?
I like that. Yeah.
But it's the fact he spit on this man. Like
That's clever.
You know why he spit on that man? Because that's been a running joke for tall people. They
Yeah.
Said, how's the
shut
weather
the
up
fuck
there?
at this
Bro, I'm a famous basketball player, and I'm retired. I've been retired for 40
How's the weather
years.
up there?
I've been famous. Everybody said this to me. And now you just got spit on. Like, that's
I thought he liked the joke. I bet you he was white, wasn't he? Here's the thing about white people.
a nigga with a shot. Will Chamberlain.
White
You know
people
what I'm
get
saying?
around black people who aren't used to being around black people, and they think that making a very stereotypical joke will break the ice,
And it doesn't.
and
It
they
makes
don't
you
understand it.
dislike you.
It doesn't. It makes it even worse. It don't matter if it's about
Now
you
I
being
think
tall,
you're racist.
fat, or black.
I have a theory. I don't know. I've been putting this theory together for a while, and I know you've experienced this working at Sitel. White people at Sitel talk so much. Like, they're so talkative. They're extra wordy. Have you ever experienced anybody on your break that just won't stop talking to you or talk to everybody? They're normally white, aren't they?
I've experienced that in spaces where the population is predominantly black.
Exactly, right?
And it's because
Listen.
I think it's the anxiety.
Oh, that's my theory. My theory is they don't want us to think they're racist.
Or they're probably uncomfortable. Like, I've never been around this many of
You
them.
know why they're uncomfortable?
No, I don't.
Because they're afraid of being racist, and they want to make sure that they're
What is
not
it
looked
about?
at as racist.
Or want to make sure they don't make a racist ass comment.
And that's the
they
common
don't be
theme.
knowing they saying some racist
They don't
shit
think
till
about
they
this
say it.
shit. Listen, when around a bunch of white people, they never think, am I racist or am I being racist? They never look at a group of white people and go, hold on.
Yeah.
They never look at a group of white people and go, I wonder if they think I'm racist. Never. It's when they're around a predominantly black group of people, they go, I hope they don't think I'm racist. Let me make sure they don't. They
What
don't.
can I do to break the ice?
And they are extra talkative. They're overbearing. And it's like, yo, you're doing so much, it's making me question if you know yourself. And I don't want to be around you.
And one thing
Yeah.
I've noticed, like, you got racist white people and people who aren't white people who aren't racist, but they'll hang with racist white people. Mm-hmm. And it's like,
She'll
you
not
agree
talking
with
to
them
Mike.
in some type of way. You agree with them in some type of way. You know what I'm saying?
What?
How can you be friends with somebody that's racist and you sit here and you telling me that
They
you
choose
don't
to ignore
understand
that.
racism in you?
They choose to
Oh,
ignore
yeah,
it,
nah,
and
that's-
they not even do they choose to ignore it. They choose to ignore it, and they choose to pass it off as a sense of humor.
Yeah, it's like, nigga, if I had a homeboy who literally neglected his child, like if you would walk out the house,
We
I'm
not
like,
friends.
and I'm like, where your baby at? Oh, that baby in the house, nigga.
Yeah.
Your baby shouldn't be in the house by itself. And you like, oh, that's cool. I'm not staying at your house.
Yeah, I tell this. Yeah, I tell this to a lot of
I'm leaving you right
females
at your
that
house. Like,
like
Irresponsible is what's going on.
females that try to
leaving
be
you
my
at your
friend
house.
or coworkers that got babies and they be trying to hang out with me after work and stuff. I'm like, why would you want to be hanging out with me? You
Go
got
get your kid.
yeah.
your child.
Like I can't do
The
that.
babysitter's tired. Go get your fucking child.
You might not be thinking about
Yeah,
you
your
might not
baby
be
probably
thinking about
miss you
them
right now.
Yeah, you might not be thinking about your kids because your mama got them or something like that. But I don't
literally-
think that it's fair for me to take more of your time when you decided to have 2, 3, 4 children. Take
What?
care of them.
This is why I don't like dating.
Same
men
with guys.
kids.
Like, bruh, you got a kid?
I gotta wait
I
on
might.
you.
The only people I know that have kids that are my friends are the people that I knew before they had kids. And now we don't even hang out or do as much as we used to do because they are too busy taking care of their kids. It's
What you said about dating
respected.
men with kids?
Oh my God.
You ain't got time to be spending money on. Yeah, go ahead. What you
Your
said?
ears perked the fuck up when I said
You ain't
that.
got time to be spending money on me if
What
you
you said
got
about dating
kids.
men with kids?
I don't like dating men with kids because of stuff like that. It's always a lot going on. Like, okay, so for example, this guy, look, we've been chit chatting. It ain't nothing serious and no shit like that. But he had a daughter. He has 2 kids. So it's like, you make plans with me, and then when we're supposed to link up, you telling me you had to pick your daughter up, and it's just like,
What? What?
You know what I immediately did? I looked at the clock and I looked at what time it was, and I said,
I'm trying
I'm
to
gonna have to wait on you to get settled with your child and do what you're gonna do with them, and then I'm gonna have to wait on you to get them back settled with their other parent or wherever the fuck you're taking them. By the time I know it, 4 or 5 hours of my valuable time that I have to spend at my leisure is gone, waiting on you to get your shit together.
I've been sitting here scrolling on TikTok.
I could have been doing other shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm trying to be patient and considerate of your situation. It's like I don't have to do that. I got my own movie going on. You got your movie.
Starring me.
Yeah, and I'm the only star in mine. I don't gotta share it.
Salute to that good father.
He was a great father,
Salute
but
to
it's
that
like,
good
I
father.
really didn't want to do
I'm
this.
sorry that you're never gonna be able to get you
This
a
is
woman.
this is a
it
this is
was
a topic
because
that a
my
lot
work
of people may
schedule.
disagree on because there are people with kids that will sit here and look at us like you ain't got no kids. That's selfish for you
It
to
was
think that
'cause of my
my
work
life is supposed to
schedule
shut down because I have a child.
But my thing was this.
But yes, that's exactly how I feel. Your life is no longer yours when you have a child. You may see it differently because you have a child and you still want to live, but you should have waited.
I just rather date men that don't have kids because we can just get up and go when we feel like it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to, like, as soon as a guy tells me, oh, I'm waiting on my baby mama, I'm turned off. I don't even want to go on a date no more.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Some guy was soliciting me, trying to date me, and he told me he had a daughter. I was like, okay.
No, it's
that
not
ain't gonna happen.
having
No.
kids that I have a problem
I have a problem with you having kids because guess why? Guess why? The money that you're spending on me should be going to your child's college tuition.
That's another thing.
I don't have time to be pushed into your life and wanting to share time with you and your
Niggas
child.
telling people what to do.
And yes.
My thing, it be this
Because they
for
ain't
me.
doing the right thing. They too focused on making them look the best, giving them Jordans instead of putting that money in the college tuition, trying to spend time for themselves, going to the strip clubs,
I ain't got no
I feel
dog
like
in this
giving
fight.
the babies to the grandmas and the baby mamas or the baby daddies, and trying to find time to spend for themselves. Yes, you should have a life, but you had a life before you had that child.
No.
Now that you have that
No,
child,
that's
you
not-
know
that's not what I'm saying.
that's what I'm saying.
See,
That's
I
the
don't
fuck
like- I
I'm
don't like
saying.
nigga hoes.
I'm
You
saying
had a
this to the
life.
viewers.
You no longer have a life after you have that child because you have to make sure that you raise a good citizen that's going to do better than you and that's not going to harm others in the likeness in
little
this
baby
world
can't
as
go
they're
get her
growing
shit
up.
bowled out
Nah,
every
she
now
can't
and
do
then.
that.
Tripping.
You know
Fuck
what?
No, girl,
No.
you can go drop the baby off your mama. I'm fine with that.
Nah, I'm not cool with that.
Cool with
Not
me.
cool with that.
Okay,
Not cool.
I gotta wait
Well,
2 hours.
Listen.
I ain't doing shit.
Hell
Okay,
no.
wait, no.
We
Let
ain't
me
sit around and kick it.
let me recant. If you want to get if you want to get broke off and you ain't got to do too much, like I ain't got to spend this kind of money, come over to the crib, pop, let's go. Okay, everybody has a little scratch, a little itch they need
Nah,
to
you gotta
scratch.
stop by the liquor store for
Scratch
me, baby
that.
girl. You got to go.
You fucked.
got to go get me a little bottle. You trying to get the best of me? You
Scratch
better
that
get me a
itch.
little bottle.
But
Okay,
at the
I'll
same
put that
time, if I have a child, this is just who I am.
bought
If I
that
have
baby
a
a
child,
bottle, you better
my
buy me a
life is
bottle.
dedicated
Men
to
get
that
mad.
child.
I feel like men have gotten mad at me because it's like, okay, they want me to be considerate of things I don't have to be considerate of. So it's like I was dating this guy. We're not even dating. I would say we were just talking and shit, but we were like dealing with each other real serious. But his baby mama was like in his pockets, and it was like it would be.
And you
times-
can't be in his other pockets because his child is in his other pockets.
That's another thing. Like, this is the shit bitches don't want to talk about. Like, let's be
That's
real.
my point.
A lot of these
Why am I dating you and you can't even take me out on a date? I got to go to fucking Ruby Tuesdays with your ass.
To the men out there.
Because your
I got
baby mom,
y'all.
you're not even with her no more. Like, she was
y'all.
asking him for shit and I know it.
She get half your check in child support.
He talking about, the nigga sounded so stupid explaining the shit to me and he knew he sounded stupid. He was like, my baby mama, she got a little nigga she fucking with, and yada yada. He was like, but that's my baby mama, the mother of my child. She risked her life to get. You still fucking that. You still want that pussy.
Yeah, he's still
want
getting
that pussy.
it.
That's why you still
still
let her.
getting
in
it.
Why
your
wouldn't I
pocket.
still want that pussy? I fucked her and had a baby.
Like, you still
Obviously,
want that
I
pussy,
like her.
but, your baby
What's
mama
the
ain't
problem?
fucking with you like that, but she knows she still got you wrapped around her
Y'all
finger.
got it too hard. Y'all
And it's
niggas,
something-
niggas got it too hard out here.
I'm
man.
needy. I'm like kind of clingy. Like I'm, how like bitches be acting obsessed over their man. Like that's me. So it's like I don't want another woman having as much access to you that I have to you.
You gonna have to learn how to
That's
share.
another thing.
Yeah.
Another fuck
Ain't no
I don't.
shame.
I
Ain't
can,
no shame.
it's plenty of motherfuckers out there like me.
Men got it too hard, man.
Ain't nobody got to share when it come to me. You ain't gotta
Whoa.
share.
How men
You know
got
what
it
I'm
too
saying?
Men
hard?
got it too hard.
I don't say they got
Men
it.
that don't have kids because I know I don't have kids. Sometimes I might want to be like, hey, let's drive
Men
to
with
Myrtle Beach
babies,
and
I'm
smoke a
sorry,
blunt
y'all
and
fuck,
watch the
dog.
sun
Y'all
come
got it too
up.
hard.
You
girl.
can't do that when you got kids. Oh,
What about the women with the
kids.
babies? They got it hard too.
I ain't got no fucking baby.
Each one of fair.
Women ain't got it hard
being
with kids. The baby, you bring your baby around here. I'm a great stepdaddy. Hey, you talking about?
And that's another thing. I feel
That's
like
you coming.
women
You
shouldn't
coming
really
and going
be
when you
shit.
please.
Women who have children date the most.
Why not?
Because they trying to
need
make
a daddy.
more.
They date the most. And I'm going to say this. they date the most, and then they end up getting with other men that get them pregnant, and then they bringing more babies into a situation that's already fucked up. And now this nigga is doing the same shit your other 3 baby daddies
supposed to make your
and you're
situation
repeating the
better.
cycle. Save the baby daddies for the bitches like me.
We need to make a T-shirt. Say the baby daddies.
Save the baby daddies. Like,
Say
for
the
real,
hashtag save the
you
baby
got 3
daddies.
different ones, and you done fucked up with all 3 of these motherfuckers. Say them motherfuckers. He ain't had no child till he met you. Bitch, you already had 2 runner-ups.
Ooh, you know that thing.
He could have been a good candidate
You know
for
that
me,
thing
but you
good.
had to go get pregnant.
Not me. I'm just saying, like, people who don't have kids should date people who don't have kids, and people who have kids should date people who have
That
kids.
sounds racist.
Racism.
It don't.
I'm not
That's
saying
what
I don't like
racism-
you, kind. I just don't think we should mix.
Me and your kind should
People
just
don't
stick,
like. I'm
not
just
stick
say
together.
this. Dating someone who has kids when you don't have kids is settling. Because out of all the other options I had out there, I chose to settle for
There
you
are
in your
a lot-
situation, and I didn't have to do that.
There are a lot of situations that you cannot account for all of them. There's so many different situations where people have babies and they're not still together. It simply is life. But at the end of the day, I understand that whether I had this baby by mistake or whether I had this baby on purpose and I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with you, but you started this rap gig and I don't know where you at no more, and I can't spend time with you, and we just broke it off, and now I'm on my own with this kid, or I'm co-parenting. There's so many situations out there. At the end of the day, there's a life in this world that is accounted for by me and this other person. They didn't ask to be here. My life now in the dating world is over. I still get horny. I may need to call me a bitch over to just, one and done. But no money that comes into my life is going outwardly towards anything romantic, simply
I don't need no
because
kids. I'm still be buying all type of dumb
it's
shit.
not about me no more. Do you understand? No.
This
You
man sound like
understand?
a mix of Bob Ross and Montel Jordan.
It's not about me
When
no
he
more.
said that
A
shit.
pretty little tree.
Listen. It's
pretty
a
little
hard,
baby
it's
tree
a hard
right here.
pill to swallow. But you hear what I'm saying? I brought a life into this world. Doesn't matter how I did it, but I did it. This life is no longer about me because
if
I
you
knew
have a child-
I know how I grew up. I know how I was raised.
Mom, you see
It
I
was-
ain't having no kids. That's
You
why.
see what I'm saying?
Now, the people who have kids need to listen to this, because this is what your partner who doesn't have kids thinks. They don't want to say it.
I don't think that baby girl, if you out there.
They fuck with you.
Hey, baby girl, if you out there.
But they
I
know
don't
in the
think
back
like
of
that.
their mind, I don't have to put up with this shit if I don't want to.
I
He
don't
trying to
think
make
like
y'all
that.
spend all y'all money on liquor just
I don't
for
think
him,
like that, baby
just for
girl.
him
You
to
just
break
like you got
off.
that baby a bottle. I want you to get me a bottle. You hear me? And you ain't got to be
I'ma
stuck in the
stop-
house
Break
with your
me
baby.
off a piece of
You
that.
ain't
fuck.
got
I'm
to.
not saying y'all
You could
shouldn't
drop
date
that
men
baby
that
off
have
to your
kids,
mama
though.
house.
You know what
My
I'm
mama
saying?
will watch the
If
baby.
you and this guy hit it off
tripping.
and y'all fucking with each other like that and y'all looking at long term, then yeah, I can see you bending your lifestyle.
Things work
or
out
your
with people who
boundaries.
have
You know what I'm
kids and,
saying?
and they're single and they meet somebody
I
and
dated
they
a guy and
there's
I bended
lots
my
yeah.
boundaries and adjusted my life to him and his child. But in the long run, when I thought about the shit afterwards, I'm like, I really didn't have to do nothing.
You didn't have to. There's a lot of people who are married right now with stepchildren and it's working out. Power to you. Great. I think that they've gotten to a place in their life where they were situated enough that they were able to do that.
Yep.
Okay, and they were able to find somebody like-minded and somebody who they can marry or be with that was going to benefit. They were going to benefit from each other. But a lot of these baby mamas and baby fathers out here are dating within their caliber or below their caliber, and they are not in a position where they could afford to be dating. So you don't have a life. You got to be focused on that child. Now, if you're focused on that child and the extra funds, you ain't buying them Jordans and trying to spend all this money making them look good, and you actually have a college fund out for them. You have you have money set aside for this child. You make enough money to do what you want at your leisure. Then you date. But until then, what we talking about is these
y'all are
broke
harsh.
niggas trying to get these females to buy them liquor.
Y'all is harsh. I ain't no broke nigga.
Y'all motherfuckers hell on the scale. I'm telling
Y'all are harsh. That's all I'm saying. Sorry, fellas. If you got a child out there, you fucked apparently. According
So
to
I
these
love the
niggas.
baby mamas. He
Oh,
got
my
mad
mama.
love
Yeah,
for the baby
you do.
I'm telling you, dog, I love me a baby mamas. Not right
And
now.
he gonna
'cause I'm in a
waste your
relationship,
time.
But before, I was all for it. I fucked with that little nigga. What's his name? Little Devontae?
Oh
Little
my
TJ?
God.
Little Reek? I fuck with LaRick. I get that nigga a little Dollar General toy, dog. I ain't got no problem with that, man. You could leave that little nigga with your mama. I ain't gonna
A Dollar
pressure
General toy.
You know, I ain't gonna never judge you.
Not even Target. He didn't even go to Target.
I ain't going to Target Target for no little nigga. That ain't mine.
What if her child's 16?
Now look at what he just said. I ain't going to Target for a little nigga that ain't mine. But you
Right.
go to Dollar General so you can distract the little motherfucker so you can get that ass.
What if the baby like 15, 16? Then what?
Huh?
He want to FN. He want to FN for Christmas.
That young nigga know how to bag up. We put that little nigga to work. Like,
Where the camera at?
Bring that young nigga to here. I put that nigga to work, girl. Hey, look.
When I was 16, I had a job.
Mm-hmm, me too.
That's what I would have told them. When I was 16, I had a job.
Picture it. 1997.
That's the only way I'll help somebody take care of their kid is if we've been dating like that and we locked in like for the long run. That's
So
the only way.
all I'm saying, it is a hard pill to swallow. Not saying that it has to go across the board for every single baby mama or baby daddy that's not in a relationship or married to it doesn't go for everyone. But I'm saying your priorities have to be set straight when it comes to that child co-parenting and bringing them in that world, right? So you don't have time for yourself unless you are a real good entrepreneur, businessman, or successful employee of whatever company you work for, and you make enough money to make sure that child is financially taken care of. He has enough of your face time, and you have enough leisure time to date. That is a hard thing to juggle, and most men/women are failing at that. So if you fit in that category, stay your ass in the house, go to fucking work, and take care of your child.
Man, we finna end this. Y'all harsh as fuck, man. People with kids, dog, life is not as hard as they trying to make it seem. Go do your thing.
You got kids, Todd?
No.
I'm not gonna put your business out there because you ain't even changing the cat litter, nigga. You got cats. Don't listen to this nigga. He got cats, and they smell like cats. I ain't never smelled a cat that smell like a cat. Change the cat. What?
They be spraying and shit.
Not mine.
The women and the boys.
Not mine.
They be spraying when they in heat.
Not mine.
They spraying.
That's my cat child. I take care of my cat child. How you get? Listen. Don't listen to this nigga. He gonna have you fucked up.
You listen to me. I'm telling you, I got best advice.
Yeah, you heard that.
What you need to know is
you don't spend all your money on liquor.
What you need to know is don't let that baby stop you from having a hot girl summer
and having more
You
babies.
hear me? And if you get another
If
nigga
you having
pregnant,
a hot girl summer and you got a baby, have a hot girl summer with a nigga that got a chick.
and listen, either way it
Not
go,
the weed guy
either way
though.
it go. If you finna
Not the
have
weed
a
man.
hot girl summer and
What?
fuck
An
around,
actual check.
let me tell you something.
I'm sorry. He trying to close. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's somebody.
He got money. Not the weed man.
Hey, let me tell you something. If you was a weed man, let me speak it to the mic. If you was a weed man and you get your plays pay you on Cash Out, you can use that as proof of income. Just switch your.
They finna send you a 1099.
Just switch your. Yes, but
They finna send you a 1099.
They can claim that shit on their income.
You finna go to jail. Let me tell you something.
Holistic.
Business money. Get your LLC, baby.
To the fellas out there, don't get discouraged.
Y'all can use that to get a car.
Don't let this woman discourage
From
you.
her.
For real, no, you can use Cash App, bank statement to get a car.
Don't let
Because she
that-
sells
Don't let
cars.
this woman discourage you, fellas. Let me tell you something. She might not date you if you got a baby, but it's about 1 million other women who will. Keep pushing, my brother.
I didn't say I
don't
wouldn't
even
date a
tell
man
them
with
about
kids.
that.
I said
Don't
I feel
even.
like if you're dating people with kids, you're settling.
You ain't settling, girl. Let me tell you something. You get you a nigga with a baby, you ain't settling. You just know what your baby gonna look like.
he got a
That's
baby-
all.
You speaking to the men. What about the women?
I'm speaking to both of them.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
speaking
How I
to the
look at
women.
it,
If you get you a nigga with a baby, all you doing is making sure you know what your baby gonna look like. You ain't did nothing wrong. You setting yourself up, preparing yourself. That baby ugly, leave. That baby not ugly,
To the camera.
stay, girl.
Speak to him.
I'm talking to the camera already. They see me. Now listen, let me tell you something. To the fellas out there, don't you get discouraged, because there's plenty of women who don't give a damn about your kids. Trust me when I tell you, they want that schlong. Fuck them, keep going, and keep it pushing. Make her nothing. Get them pregnant. Put them in a position they don't want to be.
Hey, speaking of
Hey,
that, I know
you
he's
hear me?
trying to close, and he said it's some women that don't give a fuck about like kids or something. Let me tell you something.
That's why this is a podcast.
This not about kids, but it's a lot of men who y'all be like talking so evil hearted to women. And we don't care about what you crying about
gay
and
niggas?
all this other shit. And it's just like
Some of them gay men?
Let me tell you something. When women,
I did not even have a bone in this fight. He coming for me.
85% of women that ask you about your day don't give a fuck about your day.
You talking about them gay? No, it's a lot of download gay niggas.
The women.
Oh yeah,
A lot of download gay
85% of
niggas.
women that text you and say, "How was your day?" She don't give a fuck about your day.
She wants your dick, bro. I'm telling you.
She trying to get what she trying to get up out of you.
Only reason I got good morning text is because they want to know, is your dick ready? That was it. Like,
I had a dick appointment.
do you want me to bring you some breakfast so I can fuck you? That was it. Like, that's how that works.
I had a dick appointment. This nigga was taking forever on the dick appointment. Now, mind you, he was taking so long that I had already started to. I started looking for a relief. Somebody else
that
to
bullet.
Pull up. Yeah.
That bullet?
No, somebody else. I was looking for somebody else. So by the time he responded to me, and it was on some, my baby mama ain't answering the phone. Baby, you might well go ahead and put your do-rag on, because I already done hit somebody else
I never took it off.
We already in the car. Like, I don't got time for this.
I'm finna get you some candy coated.
I don't care about your baby mama's situation. I don't care if she ain't got no car.
They gonna act like they don't want you because you got kids.
We just want.
Listen
I
to
just
me.
wanted what I wanted.
Listen to me, fellas. They gonna act like they don't want you because you got a baby. Get her pregnant. Don't even worry about it. Make her different.
Please, Caucasians, don't take
He's
what
about make
we're.
her different.
Please
Make
don't.
her different.
If
She gotta
you are
change her
Caucasian
perspective
and you're
now.
listening or watching this podcast, do not take what he's saying
Roe v.
as a
Wade
blanket
is real.
statement to how we all
Don't
think.
be out here getting
we
bitches
all don't
knocked
think.
up.
We don't all think
I'm
this
getting
way.
a vasectomy because I want to do my part.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
we don't all think
I
this
wanna
way.
be shock and
I just
treated.
want to
I want to
speak.
stand in solidarity. So
I
I'm
want to
getting a
speak to
vasectomy for
the
women.
community that's outside of the black
I'm a
community who
feminist.
are watching.
I'm all for
We
women
don't
putting
all
themselves
think the
first.
way that my brother thinks. Please don't blanket his statements on the rest of us.
But it's the
Go
smartest
ahead.
statement, so you can if you want to. Now, if you listen to this podcast and you feel like you have lost more brain cells than you were able to grow in a day,
Today I
I'm
did.
Sorry. If you listen to this podcast and you feel like you've got a sense of higher vibration, you got new clarity on life, you got a better understanding of how men and women think because of us, you're welcome. If you want to know which one I give a fuck about the most, well,
We're pretty not sure.
that's a good one.
I
Tune
give
in
a
next
fuck
time.
about women the most, if that's what we're talking about.
It's over.